Day 3 of Sundance, we did something a little bit different. We didn't go to a movie we got a ticket for.
Yes, do not judge us too harshly and too critically, because we could have just as easily seen it and would have been happy to have seen that film, which will remain nameless.
But we did see a movie tonight, and we did the red carpet for...
Yes, The Death of Dick Long.
And before we talk about that, let's toast, shall we? Because we're going to need a drink.
This is the last of the emergencies, by the way.
That's
we have
true.
No more.
We're running out. we need to
We're running out.
Drink.
Where to begin with The Death of Dick Long? So it's already distributed. It's already picked up by A24.
So before we saw the movie, though, we did attend the red carpet. And we have our face sheet, which is always, kind of a fun memento just to keep from Sundance. I mean, the fact that we're here, like I was saying earlier, the fact that we're here, the fact that we're doing these red carpets, and the fact that we were one of 2 video outlets.
Well, yeah. Technically, we were the only video outlet. The person next to us had just a recorder, so...
That's, what? Like, that's so crazy.
It is weird. I mean, people, you are watching the only video outlet to have been at the world premiere of The Death of Dick Long. Come on now.
Woo!
I mean, that's... Hey.
Gucci. So, the director of this movie is one half of the Daniels collective. This is Daniel Scheinert.
You'll know the Daniels as the creative team behind the music video for Turn Down for What, as well as the directors behind Swiss Army Man.
This movie is very much the same vibe as a Swiss Army Man or a Turn Down for What music video. It's very odd, but it's so wonderfully odd and hilarious and disgusting without it actually playing out on screen.
Yeah, there's a
like kind of is.
So with this movie, there's a twist that happens in the movie, so it wouldn't be a spoiler to say that it's kind of a murder mystery. It's right there in the title, but that's not what the movie is.
So Daniel Scheinert plays Dick Long, who's the main character of this movie, obviously, and he is in a band with 2 of his friends, Earl and Zeke. And one night, Dick dies. And we don't know how he dies. We just see there's blood on him. He's dumped at the front of a hospital by his 2 friends. And the 2 friends are then left keeping the secret from their acquaintances and families. And the pressure that builds and mounts throughout the film is keeping the secret inside without them knowing actually what happened to Dick Long. And that's kind of the main story, but there's so many other sub-stories and hilarious characters that play into this film that makes it so good.
It was a perfect screening.
Yeah.
I think that the audience laughed at like all of the right moments and was as every bit suspenseful as it needed to be, like towards the end when things all start hitting the fan. It was really, the perfect kind of Sundance movie that you could just hope for.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of pressure, too, for Daniel going into this because he won with Dan Kwan Best Director for Swiss Army Man at Sundance a couple years ago.
2016, yeah.
Right. And so being known for that as such a high stake, coming in now to Sundance again with your own movie on your own, I bet that was a lot of pressure for him.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was received so well and people were laughing hysterically, like other people's laughter was making us laugh in the back.
Yeah.
It was so funny. And I hope that he knows how successful this was. And he must. I mean, A24 picked it up already. It has distribution.
Yeah.
The whole cast seemed like they are friends in real life, you know?
Yeah,
so it just seemed like a good movie all around, fun movie for sure. Well, and this was such a refreshing movie to see because the last 3 we've seen were so good, but so draining.
You know which ones those were. Yeah. You were there.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, then watch our last 2 videos. Go back and then subscribe down below. So this was such a breath of fresh air. I am very happy we saw this film. I love how you don't know what to expect going into it. I think one of the ushers at Sundance volunteer, as we were leaving the theater, asked us, like, oh my gosh, so did you like the movie? Like, I think I'm going to see it.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to tell her what it was about because you shouldn't know what it's about. It's such a like, that would be a disservice to the movie to kind of give you any sort of details, really, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing to say.
No, yeah, it just trusts that it is a fresh kind of comedy that you have not seen before from a incredibly skilled, talented, funny, witty filmmaker and team, and then just be pleasantly surprised and let your mind go to these wild and weird places. Just enjoy it because you're going to love it.
Yeah. And if you liked Swiss Army Man, you will definitely like The Death of Dick Long. If you like Nickelback, you will like The Death of Dick Long.
And if you don't like Nickelback, then you'll still love this movie because everyone will truly love this movie.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that concludes our day 3 and looking forward to day 4. So cheers to making it halfway through Sundance 2019 and for 3 more days to come.
Cheers.
Cheers.